Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another body painting 101 video, and this one is all about lighting. I think lighting is probably one of the most important aspects of body painting, or makeup, or posting to social media, whether that's photos or videos. I have gone through a lot of things in regards to lighting, and I kind of want to show you the different ways that lighting can be used and how important it actually is. So I have a bunch of my old photos and videos as well as recent ones. All of them are using the same camera to a certain point, and I'll explain that when I get to that. But I want to show you various forms of lighting and how you don't need the best camera in the entire world. You need good lighting, and they fortunately do have affordable lighting. Because social media has become so popular and so many people are doing content creation, a lot of companies are now releasing lighting that's super affordable. So you don't have to have the most expensive lights. You don't have to have the most expensive camera. You just have to be smart and efficient. And I want to show you exactly what my process was and kind of just the journey I went through with lighting to show you firsthand just how important lighting actually is. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so this is one of the very first body paints that I posted. Okay, we're not gonna look at the makeup, we're looking at the lighting, okay? So this one was May 19th, 2016, and all that I had was my little Canon point and shoot camera and the flash on it. So that is what this lighting is literally just the flash on that camera. It's not the worst, it's just not great. It's really focused right here on your face. And I have the monitor over here, so if I'm looking over here, that's why, because I kind of want to be able to explain it. But yeah, just the flash. That's all we had. Again, not the worst, not the best. I then posted my first ever video, and this, I can literally remember this. I took a lamp and took the lampshade off, so it was just the bulb, and I set the camera on a bunch of books, and that's just the light bulb. Okay? It's just light bulb. And at this time, Instagram, you could only post 15-second videos, so that's why it's so short. But it's very intense, very high contrast, a lot light bulb, okay? So there's that. Then I got on Amazon, I used some money through my student loans, which it is what it is, to buy this brick. And if I can find it through my Amazon orders, I will post it. It was literally a brick. And it was one single square light, and you could put little sheets in front of it if you wanted it to be more warm or more cool, and you could dial it up or down. So we went from flash on my camera to brick, just one single brick light. I genuinely think it was about this big. Okay, so again, if we go from this one where it's quite harsh to this one, it's not as harsh. I mean, you're still kind of missing the zhuzh of lighting, but I want to show you just what a tiny improvement could make, okay? And this was a mixture of the flash and the brick light. Okay, so you can see that it's still very focused on my face and my neck, but then the background's a little bit lighter all around versus this one where it just seems really inconsistent. This background is a little bit more consistent, although still very dark. Okay, this is all with the same camera, by the way. Then I got my first ever ring light. Okay, so look at just the difference in the quality of my face. That sounds so weird, but the quality in my face, my hair, my clothing. I'm not wearing clothes, my body paint. So we have flash camera. You can see how the flash marks, right here, it just looks really intense. To then you have, it's more smooth, and you can kind of see everything a little bit better. This was one ring light, same camera, okay? Look at the difference in just these two images, just lighting. Ring lights are so readily available. I am still to this day using that ring light. It is right here. It's part of my lighting right now. So this was just a ring light. Okay. Then we have a video with just the ring light. So you remember light bulb? This is not light bulb. This is a video with just the ring light. And there, you can see so much more. It's not so yellow. It's not so bright. It's not so intense and weird. I mean, it's still a little bit off in regards to the fact that the edges are a little bit darker than the rest of my face. But it's just the ring light, same camera. And it's so much better. And it was just one single change. That's all that I was using. Then, this is still ring light. I just kind of wanted to show you a couple different images with the ring light because you can also set up your camera settings to like go along with the lighting. So you'll see in one of these next ones that this next photo actually, I adjusted my settings on my camera just a little bit so they were a little bit brighter. So if you mess around with your settings on that camera, you'll be able to, you know, kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. So this is still the same camera, right? Same camera. This is same camera, ring light, and then adjusting my settings a little bit. Then I started to mess around with a black background, and so this is how it looked with a black background. It's not the best in the sense that I tended to blend in a lot with the background, but still, you can see a lot of details in the chest. The face is pretty even in regards to the amount of light. I did use some shimmers that because of the ring light you were able to see on my forehead and everything like that. This is the exact same light, same camera. I had not improved my lighting at all. I just kind of worked with what I had. And I still think I was able to get high quality images considering what I had. So we have that. Okay, again, I kind of messed around with my camera settings a little bit. So this is still the same camera and light, but black background, and I kind of worked with what I had, and I moved myself a little bit forward more so that you can see me more and it wasn't so focused on the black background. This is again the same one. I put myself closer to the light, like I brought the light closer to me, and so that way it was really, really even. But again, this photo has not changed from this, meaning it's the exact same camera, and in this case, the exact same light. And I was able to completely change the quality of my images. You just have to work around and learn, okay? Learn how your camera works, learn your settings, learn what's, like, when you use a camera, there's various choices you can make, like portrait or landscape or snow. You need to work with what you have and see which setting fits your need best. This was one of the first videos I did. Again, just the ring light and that same camera. Okay, so we're just vibing. Again, it could use a little bit more in regards to, like, you're missing a few details just because it's a little bit dark. But it's not bad considering it was just one light and one camera. Okay? So, this is also the same deal. I wanted more of a moody lighting, so I turned my ring light down a little bit. But this is where things start to shift. Okay? I now have many lights. Filming right now, I have a ring light. Okay, and I have 2 key lights on either side of me, and they are attached to my desk. So I am currently faced with one main source of light and then 2 side lights. So that's why everything is pretty even. You know, like there's no shadow to my face. It's just even because I have light at all angles. It's a lot on your eyes, and it's a lot to deal with, but you do get used to it. So don't be intimidated by it. But this video that you can see was filmed. Again, this is where we also start to shift a little bit. This is where we implement a new camera. Okay, so this is the lighting with a new camera. I'm sitting at this desk. I actually have a little studio set up over here that I've made with other lights. So this is just sitting here in front of you filming this makeup video. It's a lot brighter, a lot more high quality. This is where things start to shift a little bit. I have a new camera and I have 2 key lights. So this is actually the camera that I used to stream with. I do everything with this camera now. It's a Sony A5100. 5100, I guess is the best way to put it. This is where we're shifting again, this image right here. This is using the newer camera, it's almost 2 years, it's like a year and a half old now. And then I have these two large lights. So these are not the ones that I'm using here. They are over here. So these are more so like studio lights. This is where I was able to mess around with the lighting a little bit. I wanted it to feel kind of arcane-ish. So I did one light with like a soft pink, and then I did the other one normal. So as you can see over here, it's a lot more skin tone. This is where like the pink comes in, and I'm able to adjust it. But you can see how high quality this image is because everything is popping. You can see everything. There's not intense shadows or contrast. Like, you're not seeing super bright spots in my skin where my skin may be a little bit shiny, but the light's catching it. So at this point, we have new camera, two lights that are like very intense compared to camera flash. Okay, and then obviously we have another video. This is filmed now with these two lights and the camera that I'm using right now. So this one's a little bit more high quality. Again, everything's a little bit more even. And this is over the span of 2016 to 2025. 9 years. It'll actually be 9 years next week, which is week after March 6th. It'll be 9 years of this journey. It took me a long time to obviously be able to build up to get more high quality videos and images. This one I messed around with the lighting a little bit because I want it to be more focused on the chest and less on my face. So that's why it's kind of like the lighting is going like, oof, you know what I mean? So I just want to show you guys the progression of how much lighting helps your paints. The fact that I went from this, I think this is honestly one of the biggest leaps with just one single lighting change is wild. If you go from this first image to this one, wild. Literally the same camera. It was one single light change. Again, you don't need the most expensive lighting. You don't need the most expensive camera. You just have to be smart, okay? And you just have to move your lighting around. You can get these two key lights. I will actually post a little link down below. These two key lights were 20 bucks for two of them. If that's all that you can afford, that's better than nothing. You will get light source from two sides of yourself, and you'll be able to take photos that show your makeup off in a really good way, where it's not just focused directly in the center of your face. A lot of people use natural lighting. That's great too. I did use a couple of photos with natural lighting in my Instagram journey, but I prefer more so like studio lights. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you what you could produce if you just invest in lighting. I know that lighting can get very, very expensive, but again, I do want you to know that there are so many options on Amazon that are not expensive. I don't tend to like to buy expensive things. So I just made my way through it with, I think, like a $40 ring light, two key lights, and now these two. So it's a journey. It's worth the investment, but you don't have to go crazy to begin with. All you have to do is just make a few little tweaks here and there. Invest in two good lights, okay? Just two. That's it. Or one ring light, and I promise you'll see a huge difference. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. I'm sorry if I repeated myself a lot. I got really passionate about it, but I also tend to repeat myself when I get passionate about things. So if I was a little repetitive, I apologize. I do want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!